I would like now to turn to one of our panelists, Adolf. He's the founder, is also the founding director emeritus of the Independent Living Institute in Sweden and advocate for persons with disabilities. Adolf, we just heard that in Togo, all the persons want to live at home. What's your take on that? Is it different elsewhere? Join your voice to ours.
Yeah, I don't think there's any difference. In my experience, people only move into residential institutions if they are forced to, for lack of acceptable alternatives in the community. And I give you my story. I became disabled at the age of 17, 60 years ago. Since then, I've needed mechanical breathing aids, like the mask you see on my face, an electric wheelchair, and the help for getting up in the morning, going to the toilet, getting dressed, and so forth. The first 5 years after polio, I had to spend in hospitals and residential institutions. I was medically stable, but my family was unable to do this work, and there were no support services in the community. In 1966, I managed to get out of the institution with the help of personal assistance. I won a scholarship that included money for hiring fellow students who worked for me as my personal assistants. And since 1966, I've lived in the community, worked as a researcher, started a family, got involved in disability advocacy. I've had a rich and rewarding life thanks to personal assistance. Without personal assistance, living in an institution, I would have died decades ago. Now at the age of 77, I still have a rich and rewarding life because I still have personal assistance. Since I got my disability before the age of 65, I'm eligible for direct payments for personal assistance from the Swedish social insurance. My payments cover the cost of 18 hours of personal assistance a day. But had I acquired my disability after the age of 65, I would get now 5 hours a day from the local government's community-based services instead. 5 hours a day would not be nearly enough, and my wife would have to help me a large part of the day. She'll be 70 soon. Imagine the pressure on my wife knowing I would be forced into an institution the day she no longer can work for me. At age 22, personal assistance got me out of institutions. At age 77, I worry about having to move back to an institution because a government commission recently suggested stopping direct payments for personal assistance to those over 65. I'm still the same person. My needs, interests, and aspirations, they have not changed. Thank you.
Thank you, Adolf, for your for sharing with us not only your personal history, but also the history of a system, of the creation of the mechanisms that allow you to lead your rich and fulfilled life, as you were saying. And I hope this conversation and what you just shared with us, adding to the voices of Togo, can also sparkle a wider conversation or what needs to be done to ensure that people can live the life they choose. But your statement is a very powerful one, because it's one that comes out of experience, and you are a wonderful advocate for that. Thank you, Adolf.